in the United States and thousands of us globally, but kind of like everyone in humanity, we're all related somehow.
By 24-hour newsroom, the LA School District and its teachers union increased its tentative labor includes a 21% wage increase for small franchises. The agreement still has to be voted on by the teachers. Today is the 117th anniversary of the Great San Francisco earthquake and fire in 1906. San Francisco
you got that right, going back even before Battle of Waterloo.
If people aren't prepared, they need to get ready for it now. One person has been killed and 5 were injured when a parking garage collapsed in lower Manhattan's financial district. Officials said cars were crushed as the concrete floors fell on.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. We have E-Bobber, who is also a citizen. Are you perhaps ready, E-Bobber? Go ahead.
Partly cloudy in the morning, sunny for the afternoon, highs in the 60s to mid-70s. Morning of Thursday to the low to upper 70s, 80s to low 90s Friday and Saturday. 55 in Orange, 56 in Placenta. English local in KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Amy Swing.
Westbound from Foothill to Sanders Avenue. 3 left lanes to step out for road work. Hill 4, your traffic buzzing up as you approach. North Hollywood, we have good news. Earlier crash on the 170 northbound to Oxnard has 6 citizen lanes. Your traffic is recovering from Burbank Boulevard. Making Grand Terrace Thursday work zone 215 northbound from Washington to the 10. 2 left lanes to get stepped out for road work until 5. KFI as a child, should be there faster on Brian's hand. iHeart Podcast is excited to welcome Jay Steady to the iHeart family. Tune into On Purpose with Jay Steady, the hit podcast where the former mom shares fascinating conversations with insightful people and investigates ways to live life today on purpose. Try something new. How do you get things for the first time with your partner? They're used to watching them do the same things, do the same activities. Let's see them do something interesting new. Listen to On Purpose with Jay Steady on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcast. If you have friends or family members that live on base or need frequent access to a federal facility, getting a real ID could be on your to-do list. Starting May 7, 2025, you'll need a federally accepted form of identification such as a real ID to access military bases, enter federal buildings, and board domestic flights. And by going online, you can conveniently start the real ID application process anytime and anywhere you like. I'm visiting your friends and loved ones in uniform. Start your Real ID application online today at realid.dmv.ca.gov. KFI, AM 640. We have people that get titles like heat officer to tell us to get to a cleaning center. What do you mean, don't people? Hey, go to the game! Heat officer. Is there any city that has a heat officer? Let's get to the railway. Hey, let's turn out! Done again. Looks like 2 heat officers. The 2 prominent deputy heat officers. Live 1 to 4 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeart Radio app. I got way behind on a bank card right out of high school with $5,000 limit. Right out of high school? Yeah, we talked about a month and a half. And the guy called me every morning at 8 o'clock. I said, tomorrow I gotta catch the train. Can you call me 7 as a wake up call? And he said, yeah, I'll do that. For Tim Conway Jr. Show. He'll be his job to deal with live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeart Radio app. My grandfather is convinced me to always have a goal. Because I'm one of those paranoid idiots that there's an earthquake get out of LA, and I don't want to be the a-hole who stopped up the side of the road, telling my wife and my daughter, like, I was going to get there. It's going to kind of like Junior Show. And I went and got tacos instead. They're really good.
That was beautiful. That's a collaboration with Songs of Eden. Did I hear you correctly?
Anytime on the iHeart Radio app.
Very well. And for those of you who don't know who Songs of Eden is, he's a good friend of ours. He's based out of Sweden, and he's also on YouTube. He just surpassed 25 million YouTube subscribers. He also has a collection called MIDI Punks, that some of us of which are aware are members. And he's just a really, really nice person. He's really blown up on YouTube. So if you have a chance, check out Songs of Eden music on YouTube. It's really great. At E-Bobber, you're very great as well. I think that was a beautiful song, and looking at your art is gorgeous. Thank you. You're most welcome. Beautiful. That's pretty good. Canelli, are you ready?
To talk to George Norrie, call the Wild Card line at 818-501-9999. 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies, toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. Next hour, first-time guest Maria Castilla joins us to talk about her alien abduction situation. She has been talking about this since 1992. It's an amazing story, and you get to hear it right here on Coast to Coast. We're going to come back in a moment with Mike Vera and take final phone calls with him as we talk about secret space UFOs, Apollo 11, Apollo 1 through 11, to get ready for that. Well, have you signed up yet to become a Coast Insider? It's a great deal, and it's only 15 cents a day.
I love being a Coast Insider. I travel a lot. I can always have my shows. I download them on my podcast and never miss a thing. And every show I learn at least one thing. Well, you can book. I'm a Coast Insider, and I'll tell you what. It's a great thing for me. Here in West Virginia, we get inundated with snow. It doesn't matter as long as we have a provision. I've got 5 years of Coast to Coast programs to play.
That's a long time, and you can sign up one of two ways. One, our website, that's the Coast Insider at the top of the homepage. Just click that, fill it out. The other is through our Coast app. Download that to your smartphone, and then through the app you can sign up to be a Coast Insider, and also click profiles and subscriptions, and that's how you do it. And it's available now if you live in Canada and worldwide. Now here's something for you to help you relax. Increase your energy and stamina while enhancing your mental clarity, focus, and memory. Start your day with Elevate to improve your mood and alleviate stress. Then wind down at night with Accelerate for mental and physical relaxation while naturally cleansing and detoxifying, promoting healthy weight loss. Accelerate and Elevate. Yours is Power Time.
I actually started studying not long ago, and I just blown away from what it's done for me with energy, with focus, and clarity, and it's all natural. That is amazing. And I'm losing the interest off my weight. I was feeling an underlying exhaustion that I could not shake. We are the gift. My mood has been incredible. I absolutely love it. Well, I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I have a lot of kids. I would take it home. It would last until I took the Accelerate. So before I started taking the Elevate and the Accelerate, I would typically experience some kind of anxiety or mood swings. Since taking the product, I haven't taken any over-the-counter medication or prescription. Just generally happier person.
I probably have an anxiety or panic attack every 4 or 5 days, and I have not had one depressive thought. I have not been anxious. I have not been jittery. First time I took this pill, I didn't know what to do with myself. It just felt good. Clear-headed. I felt focused. Feeling like a drive inside me all of a sudden. I was just excited. I was like, is this for real?
Definitely know that the Elevate not only gives me energy, not only gives me the vitamins I need for my body, but it helps me with my mood, and you know what? I think it's my husband happy.
Yours is Power Pack. Order now and receive free gifts. Be Sweat, refreshing weight loss tablet. Accelerate, Elevate, and Be Sweat. Order now at healthylooking.com or 800-394-9930. Don't forget promo code George for free shipping. That's 800-394-9930 or healthylooking.com. Well, now, have you ever wondered if we are alone in our vast universe? Marvelous Entertainment has released the newest in science fiction that specifically deals with that incredible question. Marvin Sunderland is the certified film director, web developer, video game developer, Army veteran, of course, and the genius behind the sci-fi novel that includes a 7-novel masterpiece, bringing out the best of your incredible imagination. Journey with his superstar Sergeant Waggett in the book, in search of a crash-saving spaceship that leads into an alien invasion, and brace yourself as you'll find out there's a war underway. Ride with Sergeant Waggett as he tries to make things work and promises to take your imagination to marvelous heights. Get 20% off the entire 7-novel series and all future graphic novels, including coupon code Coast to Coast, all lowercase, or prefer at marvelous.com. That's marvelous.com. MARVELOUS. Marvelous.
That's phenomenal.
When banks fail, when bonds are devalued, and the stock market is in turmoil, you'll be glad you own gold, and now you can own gold in a retirement account. That's right. First Gold will help you convert an old IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold. Just text the word COACH to 989898 and get a free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just valuable insight. Protect your savings with gold from First Gold. Text COACH for 989898. Now to this strategy, and using compare my vet, he said, oh, he must be allergic to another vet that keeps the brain. Third vet, it says it's the way. Then somebody said, he took Susan, and the dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out. His diet is part of Maxwell's diet. Now, having the dog will be That's great. Hey, and welcome back to Coast. George Story back with our final segment with Mike Vera as we were talking about the latest documentary, Secret Space UFOs, Apollo 1 through 11. Like Apollo 8, 1968, as it was circling the moon, Jim Lovell, one of the astronauts, said, please be informed that it is a Santa Claus, of which many people thought he was making reference to a UFO. Remember that? I absolutely remember that, and I'm not sure it wasn't. I mean, I think it does sound like code, and other people have argued that it was a coded transmission, and, yeah, I think it probably was, George, because what a great way to get away with it. What a great way to get away with it is that around Christmas time, because on Christmas Eve, they read from the book of Genesis. That's right. It was an amazing moment, so, yeah. I remember that. I remember hearing that. And they didn't really say, he's talking about, you can see Santa Claus' face. It's like they said that in the middle of the conversation for no reason, with no context. Yeah. Please be informed, there is the Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. I love that. Thomas in La Jolla, California. Hey, Tom, go ahead.
Hi, George. Thank you very much. And Mike Sarah, we always appreciate your interviews on Coast. And I have a comment and then a question. You brought up Stanley Kubrick. And recently, I was invited by a friend to watch two movies, 2001 and 2010. That's that. And it's not so much Stanley Kubrick. The second movie, 2010, the director Heinlein was a protege of Stanley Kubrick. But more importantly to me was that both movies were credited by Arthur C. Clarke. And when I watched both of those movies back to back, I thought, this is not Hollywood. This is explosion. Explosion. And I was wondering if you would comment. Arthur C. Clarke has written essays and before he passed away. And he talked about, he believed that there was an extraterrestrial tripwire system, the monolith, and also about artificial intelligence, which is in both movies. That the idea that very sophisticated artificial intelligence was developed in the 1950s, along with the secret space program. So that brings me to my question. What did, not so much Stanley Kubrick, but Arthur C. Clarke, what did he know, and when did he know it? And
yeah, thank you for the question. I think the Thomas, right? Yes. Some people said to me today, I was in on Discord, and they were telling me, I love the guy from La Jolla. He called in, I hope he calls in tonight. So there you are. That's the guy from La Jolla. That's the guy from La Jolla. Well, he's something, and it's really interesting because, Richard Holden in our book, Dr. Nissen, we talked about this. We talked about the cultural implications of 2001. The one in 2010 are two very different movies in the style with which they were presented. And Holland obviously realized you can't out 2001, so they took it more personal, made it more character-driven, which was, I got really interested. The part of new stuff, and, Richard was always talking about tetrahedrons, right? About how the tetrahedron is the defining physical solid matter of the universe. And, the was the secret to everything, going all the way back to the monuments of Mars. And what people don't know is if you go to the Lost Worlds of 2001 and other books about the making of 2001, what you find is that Clark's original concept for the monolith was not this 1x4x9 rectangle, but a tetrahedron, right? That was what he wanted to use. He understood that, and he had things like Saturn, because Saturn was more connected to this physics. So I think Arthur knew quite a few things. I think he got told a lot of stuff, and he and Stanley incorporated some of that into their movies. So, after the rest of it, that they think things and stuff, no, thank you, but, absolutely there were messages being sent, and Kubrick, most people don't know this, but Kubrick would quote from the Berkey's report after it hurt. So there's a Playboy interview, and I only read Playboy magazine for the article short, just so everybody knows. Okay, I agree. He quoted long passages of the Berkey's report, which is the report that basically told NASA, you're probably not going to run into UC out there, although it sounds like they did. But you might find artifacts, you might find ruins, you might find instruments, you might find tools. And if you do, you seriously consider not telling anybody about it, because it will drive them crazy. And that's the basis for the House book. I mean, House was crazy because he was told that they, had discovered artifacts in previously advanced civilization, and he couldn't tell anybody about it, so it made him nuts. So there's all kinds of cool messages in both of those films along those lines. And I think Arthur C. Clarke definitely knew and understood this stuff. I believe Clarke is somebody who would have read that Berkey's report to NASA cover to cover, absolutely. And so did Kubrick, quite obviously. Remember Kubrick's movie Eyes Wide Shut? Oh, yeah. That was another strange one, wasn't it? Well, I think he was telling you then, how to Hollywood really works. But the first thing he did, my comment was, by all intents and purposes, human beings are still way primitive, and I don't know if everything takes this road, and if my thinking is accurate, or if we were able to know everything that's going on, it was written trying into a better state of mind to progress. As Jack Nicholson said in the movie A Few Good Men, you can't handle this truth. What do you think of that? Well, there's some truth to that, but the reality is, look at us now. How many years are we still been on the air? 22 or 20 with the I We're going on 21 with me alone, and I've had it for about 15. So, this show is an example of people waking up. This show is an example of the audience that flocks to this kind of information. The other show, the YouTube channel, the Raw File, they got 2 million subscribers talking about all this stuff in these little 30-minute episodes that they do. And that's a sign that everything is picking up popularity in the X-File. So people are awake. And they're waking up steadily, slowly, but surely, which, by the way, speaking of the booking, that's exactly what it suggested, is that you use popular culture some way. So, I think we're living it. And I don't agree, that we're primitive or that we're not advanced. I think we have a very special position here, very special spiritual orientation on this planet. And it takes a lot of courage to be born into this life, because you don't get to remember heaven. You don't get to remember where you came from. You have to live here all by yourself. You have to come here all by yourself. And so I kind of disagree with that from a spiritual perspective. But what I would say is, I see the country and the world waking up all the time, year by year. Although I got to be honest with you, I think we've kind of reached. I think we've reached the limit. I think we've reached the limit here. I see the people that don't want to know really becoming entrenched in their positions. And I think now we have to decide how are we going to go forward with them or without them, because I don't know that we're going to reach that many more people at this point. I really don't.
Michael, would you consider yourself very spiritual?
Yeah, in a non-religious way, but yeah, I mean, I absolutely believe Jesus existed and that he was the Son of God and all that stuff, but I'm not a practicing Christian. I don't go to church. So, yeah, I wrote a book back in 2010 called The Place, which is all about how you connect the science, the physics, to the spiritual belief systems that we have. And they actually do connect, and there actually is science behind all of it, and that's something I'd like to help educate people more on. But, yeah, I know, but sometimes you get messages and you don't know what the heck you're supposed to do with it, right? So that's happened to me a few times here lately. Like, okay, great, I got that there's a message here. Just what are you trying to tell me? I wish things were clearer, or they really do.
Let's go to Bob in Indiana now, east of the Rockies. Welcome, Bob. Go ahead.
Hello, Neil and Buzz and Mike and George. Boy, that's what I think of when I try to say your name, Tim, on that call to Apollo 11. Anyway, I was reading Don Keogh's articles in 1955 and 56, so I've been doing this for a while. And about 2 years ago, George Knapp, an Australian UFO researcher, he wrote a book called In Plain Sight. And in that book, one chapter was about Dr. Edgar Mitchell. And I think the title of the chapter was The Spaceman and the Astronaut. And the book said, I've got the book on Audible, and I've watched my eyesight the last 2 years, so I can't verify everything it said. But it said that there was a picture of Dr. Mitchell on the moon with a UFO behind it with blue light. But he said the spaceman asked him, was one of his best friends or his best friend said, why didn't you tell everybody, what you actually saw? And he said, treason. I signed an NDA and I couldn't talk about it. But that book is out there and that chapter is out there, and it's, he admitted, everything that he denied, so it's hard to call him a liar, but it's hard, that maybe he just escaped the truth.
It's something you and I, Michael, were just talking about. The near truth along with the non-disclosure.
Yeah, and I mean, that's in the documentary, we talk about that stuff, and Edgar, I mean, was he a liar? I mean, what takes for integrity, George? To keep an agreement that you made, or to, mislead somebody who's asking you a question in public? I don't know. I'm not saying, I don't think it's necessarily out of integrity. If you signed an agreement, if you made an agreement, I get to go do this incredible thing with my life on the condition I don't talk about these things, I don't think that's necessarily being out of integrity as a person, but I do wish that as these guys get near the end of their lives, that they would talk more. I really am so hopeful that Buzz will spill everything before.
I mean, wouldn't that be amazing if he said, Neil and I saw on the moon, blah, 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 blah. That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I got a feeling that Darcy Weir or James Fox is going to be the guy. That's totally what happens.
Huge. Howard in Vancouver, Washington. Let's squeeze you in, Howard. Go ahead.
Well, George and Mike.
Hi there.
A few years ago, I got myself in a lot of trouble with Richard Hoagland on this program. It was over a series of photographs that were taken by Apollo 17 in 1972. And most of those photos showed what really appears like wreckage on the surface. And one artifact in particular, Richard started calling Vader's head. And I took a good look at that, good hard look at it, and I'm not so sure, you're not looking at human remains. I don't know how or when that may have gotten there, but I suggest that you take a good look at that photo again, see what you think. What do you think of that?
Yeah. That's in Dark Mission. That's one of the better pieces of Dark Mission. I remember in Albuquerque when Richard first showed me that. It's just blew me out of my seat because as you build up to these 30 craters, all of Tennessee, the college direct, it's in a crater called 30 Crater. There's several pictures of it, and there's all this mechanical stuff around it. And then you see this thing, which looks like C-3PO. Looks more like C-3PO, but he called it Crater Head because I remember that. Yeah. And I mean, this thing is incredible, and it's exactly, it looks like a mechanical head of a robot. It's the right size. Everything's perfect for it to be a humanoid. I don't think it was living biological tissue because in the very harsh radiation environment of the moon, it would have deteriorated by now, even if it had only been there a few years. And it probably had been there for, hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of years. So this is mechanical, and this is just multiple enhancements of it, and it's a phenomenal find. And, I'm not sure that's not one of the things they brought back in the diplomatic from the moon. And did some reverse engineering on it. Pretty good. Or at least stuff like that. So that's a fascinating artifact. Michael, once again, how can people watch Secret Space UFO? You can go to all of the usual suspects. You can go to Amazon Prime. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Voodoo. You can go to all these different places and pick up this information. Where's the other one? Apple TV. Sorry, Apple TV. Oh, great. And also myshare.blogspot.com. It's on there. And George, I'm back on Twitter. There's Let Me back on Twitter. Good. Mike Sarah 333. I do not Twitter. I would appreciate it. See you around one of these events up there in the future, Michael. Thank you for being on the program. Michael Barrow did a great job. Up next, we're going to talk about an alien abduction case and you'll never forget it. The Coast website is now streamlined for mobile devices. Great news if you're a Coast insider or simply want to enjoy our website on your phone. Visit coasttocoastam.com on your iPhone or Android browser. Live from the Hayes bedroom, another dreadful night for the curious Ron T has been struggling with his recap. His wife Michelle is trying to keep the range. Michelle throws an elbow. He's swinging for the count. He could get inspired. Absolutely, Bruce. Inspires of sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. There's no mask and no home. John. Learn more at InspiredSleep.com.
Inspiring is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspiredSleep.com.
You want to sell your home, you have to know the market stage. Drastic rise in interest rates. And that means it's important to take action now. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is a great alternative to selling your home. No generous agent commission. You for repairs and waiting months to sell. They'll make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agent, no commission. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so sellers walk away happy. Yeah, see what other sellers have to say and check out their reviews. If you're ready to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They may even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. There's no obligation offer at 888-321 as is. 888-321 as is. 888-321 as is. SellersAdvantage.com. Don't worry, just have to Seller's Advantage. CRE number 01961658.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel sick, anxious, worried, or frustrated. Telehealth can help. Access telehealth free and secure mental health resources today. Call 823-317-4673 or laptop at telehealth.org.
Portions of the following program will be recorded. KFI, AM 640. KFI, AM 640. More stimulating talk.
We follow the news.
You know what?
Los Angeles, Orange County, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. A 15-year-old life cut short. Coming in the KFI 24-hour newsroom, a driver wanted in connection with a stabbing at a Walmart had crashed into 5 students across the street, killing a 15-year-old boy. It was out of school yesterday afternoon. The driver's car flipped over. The driver was trapped inside. Police say the person was wanted for a stabbing in Simi Valley about an hour before the crash. The person stabbed her 9 months pregnant. Jefferson Sheriff's Department has disputed claims from a viral TikTok video alleging deputies wrongfully arrested a 14-year-old and his stepfather in San Gabriel. The home video released earlier this month shows officers arresting 3 people, including 2 teens. Attorney for the family, Noreen Nickerson, says the department will be sued for lack of accountability.
And without any rectification by the department, the officers need to be disciplined. They need to be preferred with community, in my opinion.
CSI News contacted the Sheriff's Department and has sent a statement saying the videos on social media don't provide the full context of what happened. The department says deputies went into the apartment last October after getting a call about domestic violence and had a duty to ensure everyone is safe. Family attorney says the neighbor tried telling deputies they have the wrong apartment. Fox and Dominion Voting Systems have reached a $787 million settlement in a voting machine company's defamation lawsuit. The jury has been seated, and opening arguments were about to start yesterday when the settlement was announced. The agreement averts a trial in the case that exposed how the network promoted lies about the 2020 presidential election. Paramount Plus is working on a streaming series based on the 1999 cult classic film Galaxy Quest. Sci-fi comedy followed a cast of washed-up actors who get a chance to live out a real-life version of their TV series, which is a piece of circus. A reunion series featuring the original cast, including Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, and Alan Rickman, had been in development at Amazon in 2015, but was canceled after Rickman died. Southside weather, KFI, some clouds in the morning, sunny for the afternoon, highs in the 90s Friday and Saturdays, and sunny in about 5 to 10 degrees cooler Sunday. It's 56 in Fullerton, 49 west of Santa Margarita, 52 in Pasadena, 53 in Santa Monica. We read local in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Amy King.
You locked your cat up the street?
Yeah, he's right up there. I'm scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him figured.
Be careful, mister.
Yes, kid. Here you go.
Where did you come from? And where's your mask and coat?
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
What?
They were up a tree too.
Really?
Nasty stuff from invading their bathroom.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're rooter heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for us being doors.
It's what a hero does.
If you have a question, call Reader Hero coming in at 419@readerhero.com.
On the iHeart Podcast, it is exciting to welcome Jay Shetty to the iHeart family. Tune into On Purpose with Jay Shetty, the hit podcast where the former monk shares fascinating conversations with insightful people and investigates ways to live life today on purpose. Try something new. When was the last time you did something for the first time with your partner? We're used to watching them do the same things, do the same activities. Let's see them do something fresh and new. Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Growing a business brings pressure. It's not easy to maintain momentum and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. The scalable HR solution helped me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving my employees competitive benefit options. When my people are able to thrive, my business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth the same next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. Some experts predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital can help you borrow the money you need for the equity, whatever your situation may be. HMS Capital will have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees to apply. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly, I'm a fan. I believe they are simply the best at what they do. Call 833-255-5698. 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. My grandfather bought a Chevrolet Capri, and it was the first one that he, if he didn't wear the seatbelt, he cut him out of the car. He cut the seatbelts out, he cut all the seatbelts out of the car. The Tim Conway Jr. show, and he put them with slabs into the
radio app. This is Jacob Emron. If you've been in a truck accident, call 844-24-JACOB. Stay in line. AM 640, more stimulating talk. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Lurie. Up next, Maria Kotia joins us for the first time as a guest on the program, and we're going to talk about her alien abduction experience. She got beamed aboard by hit by a light just like Travis Walton did. We'll talk with her about it when we come back. Have you ever been teased for? Well, good plans can get so expensive, can't they? And it sometimes feels like you're locked into a contract. And when you also try to get some answers, you can never reach an actual human being. You have a computer all the time. Consumer Cellular is your solution. First, they have wireless plans starting at this year, just $20 a month. And Consumer Cellular has the most awarded customer service team that will make it super easy for you. So you can keep your same phone and number, plus activation is free. And if you're starting completely from scratch, well, you'll find that the Consumer Cellular has all the top-of-the-line smartphones from leading manufacturers like Samsung and Motorola, as well as the latest iPhone models, too. Go to consumercellular.com/Nori, and for a limited time, 25 off your wireless bill when you use promo code Nori. That's consumercellular.com/Nori. Use promo code Nori for $25 off.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service is using to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by community tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Click on this number or store in your cell phone, but call the community tax helpline at 800-251-7391. For the most part, actual customer service, actual quite a few other things. It's just completely be replaced by AI. And then what do you do? Essentially, then, private sector world of money people who actually create on a daily basis, the people who put out content. And I feel as if live, even if it's on the internet, is very, very important to people and very valuable to people. So for someone like Selena or Igor or anyone else to be able to go into a world like Decentraland and be able to perform, there will be a lot of interest in that. When perhaps maybe it wasn't the same in the past. And why is that? Because in the like in the past, basically people have their own worries, they have their own jobs, they're doing their own thing. In the future, essentially, we have what is anticipated universal basic income, and everybody's on their own. Everybody like basically doesn't have to work anymore. Perhaps then what will people want? People will want live content, and it's really important that people are able to put out their artistry in a live fashion, and I really feel like it has huge potential. So for you right now, it sounds like you're able to support yourself with it, but I think in the future you may become very rich, and same with you, Igor. So keep it up. I definitely think you both are very talented, and that perhaps in the future you have a much brighter future than you actually think. I mean, I'm talking millions, if not billions of dollars in inflation eventually, because yes, so to speak. We're all on this. We're all basically normalized. If AI, then we have to go
go to the people who have gifts. And those of us in society who are artists create content become what it is.
Developed it back then. And today I'm just wanting to resurface again because it was I was doing other things, as you said. I'm also CEO of a medical technology company, which I co-founded with my ex-husband. So I had to put the music aside for a while. But now I'm bringing it back to life with my daughter. And, I'll get more into that later on. So it's a company that I started with music that was coming to me after my experience.
We had Michael on the program, Luckman, a long, long time ago. Is he still with us?
No, unfortunately he's not, because I was trying to keep him out, and that's why I'm just giving shout out to his book. He worked so hard on this book, and he deserves recognition. He was a very good man.
He was a good person.
Yeah.
And it's been a great interview, too.
I'd love to hear it, if you have.
It's in the archive somewhere down there.
I would love to hear that one.
I'll have Lex to step on for it. So what happened to you back in 92?
Back in 92, I was 32 years old. I was a mother of 3 girls, living on Long Island, had, a nice home, a dog, just living an average life. I had some strange experiences happening at the time, but nothing as profound as what happened this one night. I woke up. It was about 3 o'clock a.m. I remember looking at the ceiling and looked up at the ceiling, and it just seemed like the beam of light was shining down upon me, and all I remember is just my body, soul, I wasn't sure at the time what it was, but I felt myself being lifted at a very fast rate of speed. And then I remember just suddenly being on an aircraft, and there were beings around me that appeared to be human. They didn't seem to be alien-like or anything. I wasn't sure. I just remember light around these beings, long white robes, and they were instructing me with appeared to be telepathically. I was hearing a voice in my head to say, look out the window. There was like this big glass window on the cliff. And I saw large group of children. I was just being shown this group of children. And then one child was actually stood out and kept me. We gazed at each other's eyes, and he slowly waved his hand left to right. But I said, is this my son? And I heard, yes, this. And when you return back, you must look up the meaning of his name. That's what's most vivid. It's the fact that Thomas, the visiting this boy, and just saying, I would understand in the future, but how did I know it was a connection that I had with his child. And the next thing I remember is just, that fast rate of speed, electric, and being sent down, and I felt like a pounding in my chest. I sat up in bed, gasped, and just said, what the heck was that? What just happened to me? But what I kept hearing in my mind was, look at the meaning of his name. It was the name that was important to me to know. And I just remember getting out of bed, and I knew that I had a book of names because when I was pregnant, and searching for names, I knew I had a book of names. So I went, found the book, looked up Elijah, and the meaning, the Lord is my Savior.
Was he right for you?
So please ask the question to me.
I didn't know anything about alien abduction, hybridization, or anything, so I can only assume that he was. But no, I can't claim anything because all I am sure of is what I experienced. Why I experienced it this day, I do not know. But I will tell you, to this day, I have said the name Elijah every single day. That's why I created the reason for me to say his name. It's just, I went through so much at the time because, today if someone talks about it, thanks to you and your work and people who have spoken up and all the books that have been written, it's helpful. It helps people to know something's going on.
In the meantime, mathematics, connecting the dots. Serena, what kind of music do you like in IRL? What's your favorite kind of music?
I was telling my ex-husband, something happened to me. Something that there was a boy there. I was this boy, and there was something strange going on, and of course he thought I was sick. But what I realized was I had a miscarriage 8 years prior. I was 3 months pregnant.
Or you thought you did, right?
No, I did have a miscarriage, and had gone to the doctor. Again, it was 8 years prior, and I was 3 months pregnant. I had my sonogram. The heartbeat was as healthy as could be. The doctor texted me, said, "Are you going to have a healthy baby?" Nice, strong heartbeat. The very next day, I had excruciating pain. Excruciating, and I went to the bathroom and I realized, oh, something's happening. And I was in so much pain that,
And when did you get
told my husband at the time, call an ambulance. This is, I just bear it. And he got an ambulance. They carried me, and I remember screaming and screaming, and they put me in the ambulance. And I must have passed out for what felt like an hour to me, but it was just the quick ride to the hospital. I passed out, but then I remember just opening my eyes and saying, "Everything's okay now. Everything's okay." And I didn't know why I was saying that. And
that's really great. I don't know if you're familiar, but I do my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 5 days a year. And Guinness World Record holder for live streaming your live from 6 different YouTube. So if anything, we're getting you a lot of spotlighting your work, and it's really something special. So for anyone else on the other stream, whether you're on YouTube or Instagram or Discord, be sure to check out the Central End in the next 24 hours.
I don't remember how many hours it was, but I was sent home.
Underscore is her Twitter handle, and check it out. The Central End sounds like a really exciting metaverse.
Called me and they said, "Maria, you have to get back. You have to get to radiology immediately." And I said, "Why? What's wrong?"
Yeah, definitely. It's being recorded on Twitter, and then it is also live on not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 different YouTubes. So I stream my life all day, every day. If you've ever seen the movie The Truman Show, it's about a person who has cameras all over the world. Essentially, I do the same thing. I started doing this during the pandemic. We've seen the death of the queen, the birth of AI, and everything we've seen. I've been in an earthquake while on camera. I eat, sleep, I go to the bathroom, I shower, I do absolutely everything live on YouTube. So basically, it's the world's biggest time capsule, and you're a part of it, and your heartbeat is a part of it. So when this blows up, absolutely, when this blows up, and it eventually will, and it will eventually be studied at a university, and it eventually will, and it will eventually be studied at a university level. People will study this from an interaction standpoint, they'll study it from an art standpoint, but also you'll be very, very famous. So those are some things really to be about which to be excited.
Is it conceivable that Elijah's a hybrid?
That's right. So that's why I asked, do you want to be performing when you're 90 years old? Because, you may have the option.
And that the miscarriage was basically their way of taking the fetus to raise it, even at that 3-month or young age that the fetus was, in terms of conception. And that the fact that they never found the fetus.
Absolutely. Serena was the first live singer on Central, correct? Serena was the first live performer on Central, correct?
Raised it, and there he was.
You got it. In all of history, no one will be able to take that.
Where I am at now. Now I'm in my 60s. Okay, time has passed. wondered all these thoughts. And like I said, now there's enough information out there. I'm not alone. There's women around the world, around the globe, with the it is unknown what was happening then. But I am.
This is how you do it. In the future, and we've had these discussions. It's not gonna. If it's not recorded with video, people won't necessarily believe that it happened. And why is that? Well, essentially, if we look back at history and it's only written, it doesn't have the same kind of impact it does for us if it's in a video. People believe video. So essentially, this is the world's largest time capsule, and you're definitely on it, and you're making history. And I'm on spaces almost all the time, and what you're doing is really unique. I have not known it from a basically you're hosting, if I'm incorrectly correct me, but you're hosting a concert on Decentraland. Is that correct? He knows who he is. And that's, I mean, that's groundbreaking in itself. And like what you're saying about artists, like Beyonce was a good example that she did, it is in her best interest and to perhaps do this from one location. And I really think it'll be easier for people in the future to do what you're doing. But to be able to link their accounts essentially, like, you know, you'd be able to be live on Decentraland, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, live on Twitch, live on Omelet, live on Discord, all at the same time. It's one push of a button. As of right now, you have to do all those individually. It's very, very complicated, and the technology isn't that consistent, and a lot of times it crashes, and you know, you get rugged or you get network issues. In the future, I feel like with a push of a button, you'll be able to be on all those platforms at once. And that's really exciting. What are your thoughts on that?
That's that connection. I can feel his thoughts, and I am just on this journey now. There's too much information out there.
I have to some extent, but please speak to you on it.
You know, we're beyond the point of where I was when I was 32, where I just looked like a mess. You know, people said, you had a miscarriage. There's a spirit. You're communicating with the spirit. No, it's not. This is a real being, and he's here on Earth. He's not on another planet. So, you know, as I said, I'm writing now, and you know, there's a whole chapter devoted to missing children. And there was a wave of missing children back in the day, you know, and a lot of stories on Long Island.
Well, Maria, do you have any recollection of the initial
Now,
contact?
with VStream.io, it sounds like it's on YouTube, so there's some recordings to that. Many times places will let you stream, but it doesn't record. Does Decentraland record for you, or is that something that you have to do with images?
More details came out, and that's where, and I have some of the recordings of my hypnosis sessions, and you know, I recalled being on the table, being examined, and you know, and how I had to do certain things. One of them was music that I created. It was music for healing and meditation.
Wow, yeah, so I didn't even think of that. So essentially, and like second life, it's like being able to travel throughout the concert and which is a lot different than just on music. That's a phenomenal idea, and really, I think technology is almost at the point where we'd be able to do that. So since we're saying we'd be able to have a concert, but then even for an NFT, but be able to interact within the concert as opposed to just what you see right now on YouTube, which is just like a sort of picture. Is that right?
Open, examining, this is fine, it's stress, it's just stress. And this went on for months, and it got worse and worse, and again I kept hearing that, no, something's in me, I don't know what it is. I went back to the doctor, I said, I want a laparoscopy. There is something inside. He looked at me and he said, are you crazy? That's kind of surgery. I'm telling you, you're helping. I was arguing with the doctor.
You knew something was up.
I knew it. And
I agree. That's the future.
You know,
do you do any of the virtual reality or augmented reality? Not necessarily seen on it, but have you experimented with like the Oculus or anything like that?
No, I insist. So he finally said to me, and he said to me, "You'll go in, you'll be put under anesthesia." He said, I'll we'll you could have some fluid or something. So anyway, when I woke from the procedure, the nurse said, "You have the surgery."
Oh, you were right. Right.
I was right, and what they found, and I pictures of it, there were fluid filled
I understand. I know exactly what you're saying. It is very
behind my uterus.
How many of them?
Two.
And what was in the sack?
He said, the doctor said to me he never saw anything like this. He said first what he saw when he went into laparoscopy, he was fluid. So he thought he must have out the fluid, maybe that was giving me the cramp.
And this is the guy who said there's nothing wrong with you in the first place.
Nothing wrong with you. This is what he's telling me. He said he was just never saw anything that I did. So he realized there was something there. He had to. Back in that somebody opened me up. He said he literally scooped the sacks out. He was able to just scoop them out and get in the palm of his hand. And they put it in the jar, and it was like this nurses and everybody were, they were all doctors at the time. But that made me wonder, years later, at the time I didn't know what it was, but years later, is this something that is done to women? Are these fats not detectable through X-ray or sonogram, hidden behind the uterus? And women like me were used to create or birth hybrids that are being hidden.
And let me, but I want you to think about it, and we'll have you answer it once
So,
we get back. What is the doctor
like I'm someone who is a
could not
teacher,
find
and we talk a lot about future technology, and just so you know, MIDI-Funk is one of those NFTs that really supports. So when people are watching this back in the future, one of those key NFTs out there. So if you can, make sure to hold on to it. Definitely. I mean, I think you're aware of the Eden's current project, which is like taking a little compilation of all the MIDI funk folders and puts it in that and essentially you could do the same thing with the music videos, what you're saying. Is that correct?
I'm Greenhead in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Now is experiencing a
I'm agreeing. The thing that kind of holds us back, I feel, our bandwidth speed, because video is so much heavier than video is so much heavier than audio. It's pretty easy for us to send him just a sound file, but for us to be able to like send video to him, it's much more complicated. It's a lot slower. I really feel like this is something that's holding us back as a society, really. Because these really interesting things that we can do for you, you're saying, like your computer is not that old, but essentially it might take 20 minutes for you to be able to load the program that you need. Once we're able to overcome those little intricacies, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Guys on the label, she hides around 70. Right now it's 55 in orange, Preston is 54, 51 for Moore Park, and 49 degrees in Redlands. We read local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Tennant.
Please stand here where they worked on the trouble. You get left down for Foothills, you stand here with Avenue. Three wrestlers are going to be checked out for road work until 4. And then Eagle Rock. This is on the 134 eastbound at Figueroa. Hotels are taking up the white lane there. You drive is something up as you approach. In Santa Ana, there is a work zone 55 southbound from McFadden.
I'm really excited for AI to be able to edit a lot of our content. So essentially, you have like a conversation Like a concept is like literally AI could cut, 8 hour conversation down to 3 minutes, and you get the best highlights of it, and then you'll be able to watch it or listen to it so it doesn't waste your time, and that'll save people a lot of time. And once AI is able to assist us with editing, that's a game changer because then it starts doing it as to the amount of content we're doing, and hopefully.
From every tap. It filters out chlorine, other contaminants, retaining healthy minerals. The light source system is maintenance free, no filters to change, no salt, no servicing, they install it, you forget it. Own the light source water system for only $75 per month on approval of credit. This ends April 30th. Call 800-803-2696, 800-803-2696. Visit lightsourcewater.com. Marvin Window and Door Dealers make it easy to provide quality windows and doors that fit your climate.
That just recently happened.
Annually serving the great professional community, we are your trusted solution to win in every project. You pay close attention to every detail of your client's home, and everyone you partner with should as well. Marvin Windows and Doors are handcrafted and perfected, bringing the quality and sophistication to every stage. The attention to detail on everything they do means your attention to detail applied elsewhere, making space for everything that matters most to your clients. Marvin dealers are here to help with your Marvin window and door project. They make it easy to find the best solution with Marvin Windows and Doors to meet every need. Visit replacementmade.com today to find your trusted Marvin dealer. That's replacementmade.com. AFI, AM 640. We activate the trains to be clean. Because all of the bottle and smoke. Because all those bombs have jets all over the train. So don't forget to land. And God knows what other bottling are going to send me back to. And a big line coming. You're right, yes, right. Live 1 to 4 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm in the group. We have collaborators. We have Ida and Tatiana who are joined us. Feel free to share with us your art or any projects that you have. If you have anything, feel free to contribute. Yes, we can. Please do.
Live from the gateway to the West, this is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. And welcome back to Coast to Coast. Next hour, we'll open up the phone lines for Maria, give you an opportunity to chat with her about her incredible story, what we're just really getting into. Truly remarkable. ParanormalBase.com, talk about remarkable. 807 people shy of 160,000 signed up members. People are going out, having fun, meeting people who understand each other at ParanormalBase.com. And it just keeps growing and growing. Now, let's say that you're a person who's looking for someone a bit more mature. We've got you covered there, too. What we've done is we've created ParanormalBase.com/seniors, and that's for those that are 60 plus and think like you do. So we've got both. ParanormalBase.com, that's for anybody, and ParanormalBase.com/. At ParanormalBase.com, you meet the most fantastic people. Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. Great to be here.
Yeah, I'm getting some of your experiences.
How so?
Well, I'm into UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, conspiracy theories, and the paranormal. It's that kind of stuff. But you seem to find anyone who's
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Tom. I gotta go.
Okay, guess that's not your cup of tea. You sure?
Very. Good luck with that.
You can anyone in a house. You can find a website for my unique interest. What is one of you? Have you thought about ParanormalBase.com? No. What? What? Who are you? I'm a paranormal matchmaker. and it's paranormaldays.com. It's a website for people looking for people like them. Stuff you like, remember? I'll give it a try. Well, let's try this again. Aha, I'm Tom.
Hey, I'm Deb. Your profile on paranormal.com looks very interesting. So you wrote that yourself?
Well, yeah, it was so intense, but not as intense as me and you.
Even alien cases for it, but I kind of like it.
Wow, this paranormaldays.com thing really works. Maybe paranormaldays.com is for you. People with Christian things they hear of George's show find their match daily. So if you're looking for that special someone with an interest in UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, conspiracy theories, and of course the paranormal, come to the dating site inspired by George Norrie. It's always free to search, and if you decide to upgrade to our amazing new features, use promo code George for a great discount. ParanormalDate.com. You are not alone. Identity theft can happen to anyone, costing billions of dollars in losses every year, and the best ways to help protect yourself from identity theft include shredding statements, never providing personal info over the phone, creating longer passwords, checking credit reports often, and only using secure online networks and using identity theft protection services like iCloud. It's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft are affecting our lives. Your personal information gets exposed so often, making it dangerously easy for cyber criminals to steal your identity. Protecting your identity can be easy by LifeLock minorities. LifeLock detects and alerts you to potential identity threats that you may not spot on your own, like loans taken out in your name, crimes committed by thieves pretending to be you. And if you become a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but it's easy to help protect yourself with LifeLock. Join now, save up to 25% off your first year with promo code George. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head on over to LifeLock.com. Use promo code George for 25% off. Consumer Cellular is the most trusted wireless brand, and they've been providing superior nationwide coverage for more than 25 years. Switch today and save up to half on your wireless bill. They offer unlimited and easy. You can keep your phone and number, and activation is free. Plus, you can add a family member to your plan for just $15 a month per line. Never worry about dropped calls, because Consumer Cellular has the exact same coverage as the major carriers, with coverage to over 99% of the nation. And this is all backed by their 100% risk-free guarantee. Also, with Consumer Cellular, save up to $250 a year. ConsumerCellular.com/Nori, and for a limited time, get 25 off your wireless bill. And welcome back to Coast George Zoe with Maria Cutia, and we are talking about this incredible story that occurred with us back in 1992, probably even, Maria, I would guess even more before that, don't you think?
Yes, definitely.
Is it conceivable? Well, what I wanted to ask you first was, what did the doctors say when they thought you were having the original miscarriage, and they couldn't find the fetus in the sac, nor could they find it within you? What did they end up saying where it was? Did they think maybe when you went to the bathroom before you?
Feeling that the doctors were baffled. Like I said, we called in an assistant, there were nurses, and they were discussing it. But then they just turned to me and said that it was unusual,
Yes,
but not to worry,
originally.
because I was a perfectly healthy woman, and I would be able to conceive again, which I did. I went on, because this occurred after the birth of my first daughter. So, I was frightened that I wouldn't be able to have any more children, but I did go on and even had 2 other daughters after.
How do you know, assuming Elijah is a hybrid, that you don't have any more of them?
That's the question in my mind, and again, I leave other women, I feel for them, my heart goes out to them, and I just, it's very frustrating to know, this is a
Wow, we have
violation
someone from Siberia.
of
That is
women
a
like
long way
myself,
away.
and I
Well,
think
thank you.
this is
Waka
time
and Han Pop,
something
feel
will
free
be
to talk to us. If you like Pinwheel,
discovered
feel free to
in
talk
a
to us.
more concrete way, because it has to be. We have to find out what's going on. It's not
Pinwheel, do you have a
only
project?
the physical violation, it's that mental violation. It's that, I was
Talk
dragged
to us
to a
about it, please.
psychiatrist by my ex-husband. They were ready to lock me up in a psych ward. The psychiatrist wanted to return to my husband after I was telling my story.
I'm a Jewish rabbi. I also am a
Don't worry,
BCSD rabbit
will
holder.
help these thoughts go away. And it was very psychologically traumatizing for me, which is why I channeled all that I was experiencing into the music. I felt like the music that evolved out of this was really for myself, and then I wanted to share it with others. That's how it started. So I started to record music for healing, and I did speak about this, back in the 90s. I think I was on a show called The Other Side with Dr. Will Miller.
Yeah, I've heard of the title of the show, sure.
Yeah, and that helped. Speaking helped, because speaking, but I should say, speaking to people who were open to it helped. Speaking to people like my ex-husband didn't help. So I was torn. Here I was trying to live a normal life. This really average, everyday mother, wife, nurture, daughter, sister, with my family, live a normal life, but have this other part of me saying, what is going on? And not only what is going on, where is my son? That's what I've lived with. That's what's been going on for 30 years, deep down in my heart and soul. It's like, how do I find him? What can I do?
What makes you think, Maria, he's on our planet and not some other one?
Because I just felt like the level of consciousness and just feeling, bonding. I just feel that he's here. I don't know. I don't feel I have to be, taken aboard a craft and, brought to another planet. It's just a feeling. I feel he's here.
Why is he seeking you out?
I feel that he might be. Maybe we're mentally connecting. I'm with you now. This is just happening because it's supposed to. I'm the book that I'm writing is a compilation. What I did for the past 30 years is just a lot of journal writing.
I love your pinwheels. I love the color. I love pinwheels in general. I've loved them since I was a little kid, so I think it's a really, really great idea, really great concept. How did you get inspired by pinwheels?
What's happening around the world. It's not unique. I'm not really a unique subject. This is overwhelming of how many women are going through this, and men have opened up to me in the past about their experiences where they felt sperm was being extracted. A lot of people, are just afraid to talk about it, but I feel the more people who talk about it, the more, that's a well-defined problem presents its own solution.
What do you think, Maria, the program is all about? Is it to replace us with these hybrids? Why do they intermingle with us?
I don't know if it's to replace us or to advance us. I feel that, there's just too many people not using their minds, their brains properly, and we're almost, it's like an atrophy, of our brains. Everything's becoming AI right now, so we're not.
Well, I think it brings a lot of great emotions in a lot of people's childhood. So I think it was really a great secret part of this proposal. Thank you so much. Does anyone else have any comments for Camille, or perhaps you'd like to share your own art? Please feel free. We have Kanahaya in the house, also Kanpop. If you'd like to share, please do.
You fantasize, you're a dreamer, you know, no, I'm really open to true reality of why we're here. You know, we're beings of energy, you know, we all have this great potential, and these are what all the great prophets are trying to teach us, you know, the power of the mind, you know, it's just not, I don't, so with hybrids, I don't know, you know, are they taught to use their minds the way they're supposed to be used, you know, because something went wrong, you know, because there's too much chaos in the world, obviously, right now, it's like the entire world needs to be calibrated. Um, you know, the title of my book is When the Teapot Cries, because I just love this ancient proverb that the path to heaven passes through a teapot. So I kind of view the earth we live on as just this great vessel to hold the energy of water, you know, and that we're we're boiling right now.
All right, what happens when we take calls next hour? What happens if somebody maybe writes a call and says, hello, Mom? Now, it could be the real deal, or it could be someone who's playing a game.
Of course, people are going to play games. You know, I'm used to that. There'll be comments or, you know, deep down in my soul, my heart and soul, my connection with God and the higher powers now that surround me. I don't know.
Think back to 1992. What did the movie Liza look like?
I just, what stood out is the horse's arms for some reason. They had very long, thin arms because of the way he waved.
And did he look human?
He looked human. He looked human. Yes. He was an 8-year-old boy.
Even though he had long arms, he didn't look out of proportion.
Correct.
Didn't have one of those alien heads with those big black eyes.
No. I mean, I have large brown eyes, and I just felt like our eyes did connect. And you know, people used to comment about me when I was a baby. It was all eyes, you know, but,
what will people say tomorrow, your friends that may have heard this interview tonight, and they probably know most of the story? What do you think they'll say?
friends now are very supportive because they know me. They know, you know, I'm an average woman who has an experience. You know, I don't get obsessive with it. I think at one time I did, and that's why I said I have to stop. You know, those were the days when I knew Michael Martin and you know, a lot of people. I had joined Blue Farm, and there was a lot going on there. So you see a Long Island, oh no, no, a lot of stories tied to that
You ever
as
see
well.
that
But
scene in fucking Schindler's List where they got that fucking blue dye in there and freak them out?
once again,
Anyway.
people like you and shows like Ancient Aliens, it's easier to talk about it.
Or, no, that's not what happened. That was the word.
You know, you have to keep going. I live a very normal life, you know. I'm not obsessed. I don't get obsessed with it. I just, it's just a knowing inside that one night for me to reunite with Elijah is all right.
That would have been,
You know,
I should be like, I'm good on this thing.
I believe it. I believe it.
What would you say to him?
Don't never catch me that one. It'll be more of a crying and a hugging than anything.
I wonder if he'd hug back. I wonder if they show emotion.
That's the thing that I think about also, is this, that they're studying is really about studying human emotions to detect if it's possible. What creates responding?
And what's interesting is, what age do you think, if they brought him back to the earth, what age they brought him back at?
I never thought about that because I never understood it. All I know is I didn't get into all the, how, why, this, that, it's just a connection. I felt him when he was in utero, felt his heartbeat. I heard his heartbeat. It's a connect, and then seeing this boy, it's a connect, it's this love, it's this bond. I don't know if I even care why they're doing it. I don't have to go that far. It's not necessary for me. I love my daughters as I do. I devote my world to my daughters, and I feel the same for this boy. Like you said, if he doesn't have the deep emotion and it's not um, reciprocal, I don't know. I don't know how I would react, but I just feel determined to see him again, whatever it takes.
Fascinating, to be sure. The whole thing is fascinating. Have you spoken to other women who may have similar situations?
In the past, I did. I spoke, as I said, I had joined, it was very helpful joining Blue Cross. That's how I met the other women. There was an article written in the Long Island
There's
Voice
almost endless possibilities.
about
It's a really great idea.
myself
Thank
and
you.
two other
Really
women I
appreciate you
had
sharing it with
connected
us.
with who had
I
similar
have a question for you, King Wheel.
experiences.
Do you have a favorite Beatles song?
Pretty dramatic, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, we just all, connected because again, it's emotional, you know.
Let
I
It Be.
don't
Oh,
know
that's
of
a beautiful
anyone
one. Very well.
I never
Excellent.
met a woman
I
who
like
showed
asking
a
people
child
that
and
question. I
told
love the Beatles.
the
So
child's name.
thank you
I'm
for that.
sure that
Han Pop, I see you
again,
there.
I'm
And
not
we have
alone.
Isaiah
This
as well.
happens, I'm
Isaiah,
sure.
come on up. Feel
I
free
would
to
like
tell
to
us about your
meet other
project.
women who were told, the child's name.
Who told you his name?
We're damn well near perfect. Kicking ass, taking names. Every day's a holiday, every meal's a feast. How you doing,
I
Isaiah?
have to say that I cannot help but wonder, but at the time, it was just a name. But as time went on, and I've done a lot of traveling around the
Very
world.
well. What do you have a
Egypt,
project? Do
Lebanon,
you like
Turkey,
NFTs? Do you like crypto?
Middle East,
What's
Europe.
in your work?
So I met people, and I'm so open to all these, and it just seems the common thread in most religions is about the prophet Elijah. So it makes me wonder, you wonder, with prophet, is this maybe a scenario of how prophets were brought to earth?
Maybe the
Prophet Elijah was basically lifted off the earth, and that's what's written in, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, he was taken off the earth. And many people believe he will return to earth. So these are just things that I wonder about. Oh, okay, this makes sense now. The Immaculate Conception of Jesus. So women today are experiencing these unusual births or unusual miscarriages.
Are you saying Jesus might have been a hybrid?
I'm just saying, I wonder these things. It kind of makes it easier now to understand.
And the ET who told you his name, did he look human too?
What I remember were white robes, not recall the face because they were wearing hoods.
Like hiding their faces?
Yes.
That's
Light. Like light.
I did. You're big fun about
We're
that.
going to take a break, but we're going to come back and take phone calls with you next. Find out
Yeah,
more
how did you
about
get
tonight's
inspired by
guest. Log
SpongeBob
on to
specifically in Squidward?
coasttocoastam.com.
I understand. All right. Well, you just happen to like Squidward yourself as well.
If you own a small business and you got through COVID and you were able to retain 5 or more employees, you could be eligible for a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Do the math on that one. That's real money. So let me suggest getrefunds.com. You answer a few questions, takes under 10 minutes.
Definitely
You'll see
interesting
if you're
project. Really like
qualified
it.
for this
Pop,
tax
you were
refund.
saying something.
There's no charge up front. They don't
Perhaps.
get paid until
Do
your
you have
business
anything to
gets
share
paid.
with us?
And businesses of all types can qualify, including those at the PPP and nonprofits.
Hello, Pop.
Increases in sales during COVID. They are experts in the student-loan payroll tax refund program, and they've already returned over $3 billion to businesses. In my business, a six-figure refund. So to find out if your business qualifies, go to getrefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button. It only takes a few minutes. Go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the smell good plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unclog my drain?
$99.
If you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stopper. The smell good plumbers of Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow, you're like upfront and everything. I just told a guy named Rabbi who wouldn't tell me anything.
No budget here, ma'am. With professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclogged drains for $99. Call us. 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your local number 399. AM 640. AM 640. If you already know what you want us to say, you're probably in the wrong place.
Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. They're back. I'm retenants in the KFI Sunflower Newsroom. Their turn basket of major cleanup of a homeless encampment in Studio City just a few days ago. Now that encampment is kicking back in. Residents say tents are reappearing near Studio City Park. Mayor Karen Bass's office says they're working on it. The LA Unified School District and the Teachers Union have reached a tentative labor agreement. United Teachers LA says the deal includes a 21% wage increase and smaller class sizes. It still needs to be ratified by rank and file union members. At least one person is dead, 5 others injured after a parking
I'm
garage
in agreement with
collapsed
what
in
Lagos,
New
I
York.
believe it's a capital. It's going to be huge. It's going to be one of the biggest cities in Africa. It already is, I think. It's like number 2 to Nairobi. It's huge.
We made the decision to remove all our people from the building.
As FDNY Chief John Esposito, he said they believe everyone is fully accounted for. It's considered structural collapse. First class mail service between LA and San Francisco is in the works. The Newport Beach Company is planning a 9 p.m. and arrive in San Francisco by 8:30 in the morning. There could be anywhere between $300 and $1,000. The governor says the state has a plan in protecting reproductive rights for women.
This simply would not be happening to men and boys. This is an assault on women and girls.
And did you lose a tiger? A Bengal tiger was found chained up inside an abandoned home in Tijuana. Mexico's National Guard had to devise a plan to safely get that tiger into a cage and transport it to a local caretaker. It is legal. Right now it's 55 in Costa Mesa, Fullerton is 54, 49 in Temecula, and 52 degrees in Santa Monica. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Tennant.
In Costa Mesa, there is a full freeway closure, 405 southbound up Fairview to the degree. All lanes are going to be shut down for road work until 5. Downtown LA, the update news. Clearly a crash on the 110 northbound at the 101 has been cleared for lane. The drive is recovering in that area. Long Beach, there is a work zone, 710 northbound from Long Beach Boulevard to the 91. Right lane shut down for both work at 05. You're seeing delays in that area. KFI, the sky helps get you there faster, a buying van. A light storage system gives you filtered and delicious water straight from every tap. It filters out chlorine and other contaminants, retaining healthy minerals. A light storage system is maintenance-free, no filters to change, no salt, no servicing. They install it, you forget it. Own a light source water system for only $75 per month on approval of credit. This ends April 30th. Call 800-803-2696, 800-803-2696. Visit lightsourcewater.com. iHeart Podcast is excited to welcome Jay Shetty to the iHeart family. Tune in to On Surface with Jay Shetty, the hit podcast where the former mom shares fascinating conversations with insightful people and investigates ways to live life today on Urban. Try something new. When was the last time you did something for the first time with your partner? We're used to watching them do the same things, do the same activities. Let's see them do something fresh and new. Listen to On Surface with Jay Shetty on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcast. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth the same next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. So that first predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital will help you borrow the money you need with the equity you built. So whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, whatever your situation may be, HMS Capital may have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees to apply. I can see mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly, I'm a fan. I believe they are simply the best at what they do. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. Julie Kathleen, owners of American Vision Windows, in business now for over 23 years. This business to revolutionize home improvement industry one customer at a time, changing the lives of our employees for the better. Happy employees means happy customers. Isn't just a snappy slogan. We really, really value our employees. But simply care for them. Those are the beautiful lives that are impacting and talking with and connecting with the customer. They don't just make it a policy to provide white glove service. It happens organically. We literally given half of the company's back to the employees. I am once again now, 22 years later, very energized about what we sell. It's this burden of responsibility. Quite simply, we just want to help. For a limited time, American Vision will pay the tax or be free expert installation. Call 888-226-9908 or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com. Prison committed the crime, period, and that's all that matters. The color, their ethnicity doesn't matter. They committed the crime. The gangs are in the business of crime. They don't do anything else but commit crimes all day. Live 1 to 4 p.m. on KFI and on demand at the time on the iHeart Radio app. KFI, AM 640, more stimulating talk. To talk to George Nori, call the wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first guest Maria Casilla as we are talking about her alien abduction story. An incredible one is that. We'll take your calls on Coast to Coast AM. When banks fail, when bonds are devalued, when the stock market is in turmoil, as it is, you'll be glad you own gold, something you can hold physically in your safe at your house, and now you can also hold it in a retirement account. That's right, in fact, if you have an old IRA or 401k that's tied to a risky stock market, you can roll that over without spending an additional penny to a physical IRA in precious metals. And Birch Gold can help you own physical gold in a tax-sheltered account. We've known the folks at Birch Gold for a long time. They've been on the program. If you just text the word coach to 989898 and get a free info kit on gold. There's no obligation to educate yourself on how to diversify in a highly volatile market. With an A-plus rating with a Better Business Bureau, thousands of happy customers, and countless five-star reviews, you can trust Bush Gold to give you honest advice in protecting your savings with gold. Text COACH to 989898 and find peace of mind in gold.
My name is ROTHSCHILD. Visit criticalhealthnews.com for the newsletter to receive Dr. Wong's wisdom and other invaluable nutritional advice. Call 855-949-RADIO to speak to an experienced nutritional consultant. That's 855-949-7234 and criticalhealthnews.com.
To Coast, George Norrie back with Maria Casilla, and we will take your call this hour as well. Maria, I'm sure you've given us a lot of thought, but what do you think this phenomenon is? What do you think happened?
I think that it's been happening for a long time, and I think that this is just changes are just, major changes are about to happen. So I'm not sure what it is, just like many others, we know that there must be change.
Hybrids are much older than what it likely may be now. And they are in government. They are in the workforce. They're all over the place.
I believe that, yes.
Here's another one of my theories. What if there's a family?
Much love to you. Much love to Indonesia. That was beautiful. Abba Kadu, I see your hand is raised. Go ahead, Abba Kadu.
Raised babies that have been given to them by the UC.
Yes.
Like maybe Elijah was 8 indeed, and maybe he was given to the family to raise.
These are my thoughts. There's things, I don't know. That's why I can't claim anything. I struggle with this. But I wonder. I just wonder. And I think that's what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to ask questions. We are supposed to wonder. It's a part of why, what our brains are supposed to do is to think too far. That's why I'm so against the AI, because we're not thinking enough on our own anymore. I think there's really wonder, mystery. It's just, there's, once again, I just find that necessary. We don't have to know the answers, but we should always test it and discuss, and I think everything that you're saying is definitely, I've wondered that. I think about it.
Do they owe you answers?
I can't say that. If it's meant for me to have the answers, I will receive the answers. I accept that. Otherwise, I'll get crazy. Then I'll be angry. I don't want to live my life. I don't want to be a victim of my life. I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Whatever happened, happened. It was traumatizing. But again, I want to live a life of beauty and peace and love. I have grandchildren now. I don't want to be a disturbed woman who can't function everyday tasks. It's a choice. We all have choices. So my choice is, okay, I would channel this at first I channeled it into the music, but now I'm channeling it into writing. I'm finding such great feeling from writing. And it's amazing because I went through when COVID hit, I purged everything. I left Long Island. I moved to Florida. I found an apartment online. And I think that if I have to isolate, I want to isolate in sunshine. And I came out here with very little. But the one thing that I cherished was this big box that I kept of many notes, writings that I did, journal entries, books. So I had time while I was in isolation to just sort through everything. And I had beats. So I put everything together in chronological order. It was like just having a bunch of puzzle pieces of my life in a box. And I put it together, and the story, that writing the book is really a memoir. I'm looking at it saying, wow, I didn't, it's flowing now. Thoughts and experiences and emotions that have been fragmented in my mind, I'm now putting it all together, and I'm kind of amazed. When I was 7 years old, I wrote in the what is it, second grade, first grade, second grade, I forget. I wrote a story about the funny creatures. And I remember the teachers were saying for a young girl to write a story was, that just flowed. I look at this story now, it's like, was I having experiences as a child with funny creatures, And I was it became a part of my, like I said, the creative side. And as I got older, I wrote more stories. And the one story I wrote is about missing children. And when I read it now, like I said, this is years later, I'm looking at this that I had forgotten. Children who were being abducted. Where did that come from? So, and another thing is, I had an old neighbor. My mother had passed in 2020 right before COVID hit, and I went to my own neighborhood. I was with my daughters, and I wanted to see the house I grew up in. This was after the funeral, and I met an old neighbor, and we were talking. And my daughter actually was videotaping because, it was just so sweet that I was, reunited with the woman who lived next door to me. And all of a sudden, she blurted out, "Remember when you were missing as a child?" And I said, "What do you mean I was missing?" She said, "Don't you remember you were at the school night with her daughters and the kids on the block?" And she said, "And all of a sudden, I was missing. Nobody knew where I was. It was like I disappeared."
For how long? How long were you gone?
It was hours. Hours. And she said everybody was searching for me, and they found me around the block. And I was a little kid then, maybe 5 years old or something. Never wanted to talk about it because, I couldn't, it was a woman in her 80s, because I couldn't get touch, what do you mean? I didn't know where that was coming from. So I just really blown away by this, so I forgot about that. So I'm finding that there have been experiences throughout my entire life, but the most conscious one is, being the life that I talk about.
You mentioned several times your ex-husband. Did this episode contribute to the breakup?
It didn't. I stayed married to a man who thought I was out of my mind because I chose to, like I said, I chose to just lead a normal life. It was, there was like this secret side of me, um, a channel to music. I have an album called Abduction. It's a concept CD, which I told. So I think, it, with part of our marriage. He was on the show The Other Side with me. And you know what? I understood his feelings. So
That's phenomenal. Pastor Maddox, we have two requests. I'm unable to bring them up. Is there any way you can bring them up?
A normal life with a normal wife, right?
So I respected that from him. To this day, I respect it. But
Oh, you are so smart. Chun-Li, you are so smart. Absolutely. All right. So then, let's see here. Chun-Li,
time in my life where my
please do.
parents were ill and my
Please do.
mother had Alzheimer's. And I said, you know what? I'm moving in with my mom. I was prepared with her for a long while. And that's really.
Let's set up some homes for you. Let's start with on a day in New York. Welcome to the program on the Wild Side Line.
All right, thank you very much, George. Oh, it's an honor to be on the air. Maria, your story is like so exact with many of us at that stage because I had to go to the Harvard. And I'm 65 years old, and a lot of people think I'm like 20 something. Why? I was wondering whether or not you find other people in your nomenclature, in your experience in nomenclature, are listed. But I have to have four extra brains. I'm a singer. My brother's addicted. His husband, my people are posted. And I can remember 2 times when I was adopted at 11. But it wasn't me. It was like very much and they were singing and they were amazing intricate rows of the other worlders. And I'm wondering whether or not, and George, this is very much interesting what you're doing in the Navy, because my father was in the Fifth Air Force in World War II. So I'm wondering whether there is like a kind of collusion with the military and an off-world agency, so to say.
A lot of people are there. And let me ask you, how did you know you were a hybrid?
Well, the fact of the matter is, it just goes to show throughout my life that there is like a standing presence that I have. And a lot of times throughout public schools, because I went to good public schools, but I, there was like either a loathing of other classmates, or there was like some kind of clamoring towards me because I had like this, evolved sort of like attitude.
Did the family that raised you think you were a hybrid too?
Oh no, not at all. Because my father was half of my relationship, and they raised me and my brother as Episcopalian. But
As far as you're concerned, you're their kid.
they exactly true. I was there. But yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful to you for coming out with this information because this is just there's so many of us out there. There's so many of us out there, and people think we're like evil or something, but it's or demonic. But this is like we're here in the world, but we're trying to turn civilization to something better, like the betterment of society. So I'm wondering, Miriam, whether you find it.
What, whether I'm a hybrid? Oh, it's, I would hope that that would be a part of it, to better society. This is an avenue that George is creating for people to speak. And like I said earlier, a well-defined problem presents its own solutions. So we're all trying to figure this out. I have a difficult time claiming anything for myself. Like I said, other than this was my experience, I don't know what it's about. Like I said earlier, I wonder. And I think the better society is just to, for people to be open to, to these thoughts, everything you just expressed, that you're feeling, you're a musician, you feel music, there's such power in music. I mean, that's what I'm writing it now because, at the session, I was being told that I had to write music and I was confused because I was classically trained and I didn't understand it. I wasn't a composer.